Hi everyone, this is Jadu from Property Framework, and today I want to talk about a market in regional Queensland that is really hot and that has the potential to do really well in the next few years. This is not a small regional center. I'm talking about a population of about 200,000 people, and yes, it's the city of Townsville in northern Queensland. Now, Townsville is a very big regional center with a population of 200,000 people, and it's the seventh largest regional center in Australia after Gold Coast, Newcastle, Sunshine Coast, the Central Coast, Wollongong, and Geelong. So Townsville is comparable to these major regional centers, and it's the home to beautiful beaches, and there's plenty of sunshine there, and it's a very good lifestyle location as well. Okay, just to give you a bit of a backstory on Townsville, Townsville traditionally was a bit reliant on the mining industry a few years ago, but that has drastically changed, and the reliance on mining has reduced over time. And now Townsville is a very diversified economy. It is a $12 billion economy, and there are several industries that are powering this economy. The major segments which are contributing to its economy are healthcare, social assistance, public administration, manufacturing, and construction. But as you can see, there are many, many more industries that are contributing. Okay, so what is so interesting about Townsville? There's one interesting fact here is that interstate migration has drastically increased in Townsville. It's increased by 500%, 500% just the last year alone. So that means there are more people moving into Townsville from other areas. So why would people move into an area? So number one, it's because there are job opportunities being created in that area. That's the main reason why people would move there. And of course, the second other few factors are lifestyle and affordability. So if there is a shift there, 500% increase in interstate migration is a massive shift in trends. So what is causing these shifts? So to understand that, let's go into some of the major things that are happening in Townsville and how, and let's look at the infrastructure projects and the job opportunities that are being created there. Let's start off by looking at the unemployment trends in Townsville. So what you can see here is that unemployment in general has been trending down since 2016. It's currently sitting at 2.2%, and that's one of the lowest that you can find in Australia. And what does it mean? And what does a decreasing unemployment trend mean for the property market? It means that there are more people who have jobs. It also means that more people can manage their mortgage repayments, and therefore this will positively impact the property market. And the unemployment trend is really trending downwards because there are more and more jobs that are being created in Townsville, and there are more people coming and taking up these jobs. So that is why that trend has been really dropping. Now, I want to talk about another deal, the Townsville City deal. And this is an extract from the Townsville Council website. So this city deal will deliver a prosperous economic future for the region to position as a vibrant, livable, and innovative city and unlock the potential for business and industry development to enable Townsville to become the economic gateway to Asia and Northern Australia, a prosperous and highly livable city for residents and visitors, a global leader in tropical and marine research and innovation. And it will be achieved through the creation of sustainable jobs, through the delivery of catalytic infrastructure, and through the delivery of new transit, entertainment, and cultural facilities that enhance amenity and lifestyle. So something like this is massive for Townsville. It means that the government has big plans to transform the city to make it more livable, to make it more vibrant, and to make it more attractive. And this is a kind of a long-term plan, and the plans are, and this project will uh, take place between 2016 to 2031. So that's why some of it has already been complete. But there are still some things that would happen in Townsville that would make it more vibrant and very, very attractive. So when the state government does something like this, that is automatically going to drive demand into that area, and this is going to positively impact the property market. Now, let's look at some of the major infrastructure projects that are happening in Townsville. The first one is a 1.9 billion CBD redevelopment project. So in this project, the CBD area is going to be transformed into a vibrant and modern city where about 30,000 people can work. The areas on either side of the Ross Creek is set to transform with bars, restaurants, and more retail outlets. There's also going to be a new project called the Hive in the heart of the CBD, which would include service departments, a hotel, and an entertainment outlet. So, all of this together is going to create a new city that's very dynamic and vibrant, and that would attract a lot of people to it. And that would mean that the economy is going to do well. The second one is the 1.9 billion James Cook University expansion. Now, this is going to take place over 50 years, but this is good for Townsville because this means that there are going to be more skilled workers, more lecturers and support staff coming into the area, and more students also coming into the area. And that will directly affect the rental market and the sales market. The third one is a 1.7 billion Copper Strings 2.0 project. Now, in this project, a 1,100-kilometer high voltage transmission line is going to be built from Townsville to Mount Isa to supply electricity to the Northwest Minerals regions, which does not have a separate electricity source. Now, through this project, there's going to be a lot of construction jobs created, and that's good for the economy. The fourth one, and a big one, this is the Townsville Port expansion worth 1.6 billion. The Townsville port is set to get bigger so that larger cruise ships can enter, and that would mean good things for the economy again. Okay, in terms of infrastructure, road infrastructure projects, there's 700 million being spent to upgrade the roads to improve access into Townsville and from Townsville into other areas. And that would mean with better accessibility, more people can get into Townsville, businesses can do things better, and that will be good for the economy, and it will also improve the property market. Another one, a major one, is a $530 million hospital redevelopment. So this means the hospital is going to expand. There's going to be more operation theaters created. That there will be a need for more doctors, nurses, and support staff. More skilled workers will be coming into the area, and that will directly affect the property market. And the last but not least, there are billions of dollars being spent on energy and resource projects. There's a huge list that I don't want to go into this one by one, but that is going to create a lot of construction jobs and directly affect the property market. Now, I've only highlighted the major projects here. There are several other minor projects that I haven't gone into, but this is giving you an idea of the scale of the projects that are lined up for Townsville, and that's going to change the economy and also the property market. We've looked at the demand side of things. Now let's look at the supply side of things, and we're looking at the dwelling approvals for Townsville here. So what you can see is a declining trend in the number of houses that are getting approved is declining over time, and that has been declining since 2010. So that means the number of new properties coming to the market is very low, and that means there's a very low supply of stock that is going to come onto the market. So you can see increasing demand through jobs, through interstate migration, but a reducing supply, and that's what's really causing that imbalance between that demand and supply in Townsville. Now, if we further go on to look at what's happening with the sales market, the median house price is roughly around 420,000, and that has been steadily increasing over the past year. We've had about 7% growth just over the past year. If you look at the listings, so this listings means the stock available on realestate.com and domain.com. So the listings, the number of properties available for sale has reduced by 27% over the past year. So again, another supply indicator which is reducing over time. Okay, and the last one is the housing inventory. So the housing inventory shows how fast the houses are selling. And to give you to further explain this concept, so inventory means, let's say there are no more houses added onto the market. How long would it take for the existing stock to be cleared out? So over anything around that three months of housing inventory indicates a really tight market. So over here we're seeing that it's around the 3 to 4 months. So that means Townsville, the market is really hot at this stage. Let's also look at the rental market. Rents are around 460 per week. So you're looking at a rental yields around high in your high fives, and the vacancy rates are also super tight. We have a market there where there is no rental stock at all available. So both these graphs are showing that the rental market is really strong. From the graphs earlier, we also see that the sales market is really strong. So that is already showing that the demand supply is already in imbalance in Townsville, and that means that future price growth is guaranteed. And looking at the economy, the projects that are coming in, the jobs that are going to be created, this only means that there's going to be more price growth because demand is going to exceed supply over time. And let's also look at the growth profile. So over 40 years, the average growth of Townsville is around that 5% per annum. But over the last 10 years, it's only grown at 1.5% per annum. Okay. So that means Townsville has to catch up over the next 10 years. So that's these 10 years to get back to its averages. And therefore, it is expected to really do well over the next few years. And over the last year, Townsville grew by 7.2%, and it's expected to continue growing at a rapid rate over the next few years. So all this is indicating that Townsville has started another growth cycle, and it's still in its early stages, and there is more growth left in this market in the upcoming years.